Our next topic is ethics. Okay, so if you compare to other topic, this is easy to score. Okay, but when will it become easy to score? See, if you observe the previous year questions, ethics, see, it is not so easy. Some of the questions are maybe easy, but some of the questions you need to know the theory. Then only you can write the correct answer for this. For example, there was a question on the conflict of interest. Conflict of interest, and there was one more question on types of powers. Types of powers. Okay, if you don't know these concepts, then how can you answer this question? Okay, so don't think that you can directly go to exam without reading the ethics and answer the questions. Okay, ethics is very easy. We always encounter this ethics in our daily life. Only thing is you need to identify the correct meaning of different words. If you know the meaning of conflict of interest, this is nothing but conflict the conflict between the professional interest to the personal interest. That means you are occupying a certain job, okay, or a certain profession, and some of your relatives or family trying to influence your decision, okay, to their favor. Okay, then there is a conflict between your transparency and objectivity to the favoring the your family. Okay, so this is the definition, and if you know the definition, then you can easily write the answer. Okay, and what are the types of power? There are different types of powers, like 5 types of power: coercive power, rewarding power. So if you know those concepts, then easily you can answer this question also. And one more beauty of this ethics is it is always there along with us from the childhood. By from the time you realize this about the society or about from the time you realize this about your consciousness. Okay, so it is always there, but only thing is we need to, in this ethics, we need to identify these type of difficult terms so that you can answer the exam. Okay, can answer in the exam. See, this is what if you consider in the examination point of view, you need to remember. Okay, so these words are important. You need to identify the correct meaning of the word so that entire question will become very easy. Okay, that is the only key for the ethics. Okay, so that is the importance of ethics in the exam. But one more thing is, as like other chapters, why we are studying of the ethics, why UPSC included ethics in the IES. Okay, why not in the gate examination, why not in some other exams? They included this ethics only in the civil services and as well as in this IES exam. I think these two exams are conducted by UPSC, that's why they included. If UPSC is conducting even gate also, they would have included this ethics also. Okay, see, this ethics here, when I talk about ethics and with respect to the engineers and the two related to IES, you may be having some misconception that ethics is only dealing about the corruption. Okay, this is just one of the parts of the ethics. We have emotions also, emotions, and when you deal about this emotion, that is called as the emotional intelligence. You need to know about the emotion. You need to know about the disadvantages of corruptions. Okay, there is no advantages, only the disadvantages. Okay, and we need to know some other value systems. Okay, so like that, there are so many different components in the ethics. Okay, we need to realize that, and we need to try to read that in a logical way so that you can appreciate the type of thinking or the type of action that you are executing in the daily life. Okay, that is why we are reading. And see, coming to the direct point, instead of saying in the diplomatic way, see, there is a lot of corruption because IES exam, after the exam you will be posted in a very big positions like a direct officer. Okay, and you will be dealing a lot of financial related issues, and you need to maintain lot of, huge number of subordinates. and the entire organization is depending on you, and you need to set a vision also. That means here leadership also important here in this job. Leadership, why? Because this is not pure technical, but rather it is a managerial. Okay, leadership. So everything is depending on you, but you can imagine these days what is happening. Once if you got into the sarkari job, people are developing ego and very negative attitude. They are thinking that they are the bosses. No, the examination is a IES, means Indian Engineering Service. What is the meaning of the service? Service means this exam is to improve the society and to serve the people. That is the meaning of that. Okay, this is not for yourself. You are they are recruiting as a government representative to serve the people. Okay, you need to keep that in mind. Okay, but in contrary, what is happening? You can see a lot of corruption cases and a lot of abuses by the senior officers to the subordinates. So all these are happening because there is a lack of ethical or moral behavior with the people. Okay, so these are all should be included in the school level itself, but unfortunately our education system became a rat race. Like everyone is going after the competition. Okay, no one is caring about the moral values these days. Even family, actually family should be the great source of ethical values, but these days family also mostly emphasizing on the how to earn more money, how to get to the top position, even if it is a indirect way or a shortcut, by suppressing or by snatching away the opportunity of others. Okay, this is what happening in the society. Okay, so here this is a good opportunity for us at least to understand what are different components in the ethics and how our behavior is like in daily life, and if possible we can how we can regulate that. Okay, that is how we are going to see here. And here one more thing is we will provide material also along with the video, so that you try to concentrate, try to hear more to the video than writing. Okay, so that it won't consume that much time. Okay, we will provide material along with the these videos in the ethics. Okay, so okay, that is a great introduction, and I am also become a great preacher. Okay, so what is this ethics all about? We say always, we conclude like okay, that person is not good or bad. Okay, and we say not wrong, otherwise wrong or right. These words we always come across in our daily life. We say someone is wrong, something is wrong, some action is right, someone is not good, someone is bad, these people are bad. How you conclude that? How you judge about them? How you came to that conclusion? Okay, so these can be how you came to this conclusion? You came to this conclusion based on judgments. Okay, based on the judgment. So you are judging them based on some particular values. Okay, so how to judge that? It shouldn't be arbitrary, or if someone is saying that he is not good, you also cannot say that he is not good. Okay, or not a ethical person. You need to analyze. There is a different structure how to judge that particular person, to make him to confirm that he is not a moral fellow. There is a particular procedure here. So here the basic thing is a judgment. You need to judge him so that you can give this label. So how to judge? So there are different types of judgments here. Types of judgments. So these judgments are like a factual, okay, aesthetic, and then moral judgment. Okay, what is the facts? So here, see, the fact is based on the factual means this is based on the fact. In the name itself we have this. This is based on fact. What are those? For example, sun is rising in the east. Okay, that is a fact. Some statement is there. So how to decide about that judgment? This is having only true or false. Okay, this is a true or false, or yes or no, or true or false. Okay, so either this is having only two outcomes, whether it is a true or a false. That's it. Okay, and here one more example, I think, like if I say that moon is revolving around the sun, is it a true or false? Okay, that is a false. Moon is revolving around the earth. Okay, so like that, these judgments are factual, and the outcome is either true or false. Okay, and here in this case there is nothing to analyze. Okay, if you know whether it is a true or false, then the discussion ends there itself. That means there is no morality to discuss here. So I can call it as a morally empty. There is no morality to discuss here, so I will say that these are morally empty. Okay, the examples whatever I am saying we will provide in the material, no need to worry. Okay, you concentrate more on listening the video here. And here aesthetic judgment. Okay, these are based on beauty. Aesthetic itself is a beauty. Okay, so taste, color, etc. Okay, whichever related to this aesthetic. So here also you cannot decide anything. See, some persons may like a green color, some persons may like a blue color, or some persons may like a pink color also. So what happens? You cannot say that the person who is liking blue color is right or wrong. We cannot say that the person whoever like to dance in the rain, you cannot judge him like whether he is pagala or normal person. You cannot judge that. Okay, this is all depending on his aesthetic or his taste or interest. Okay, so here also there is no morality to discuss about that. Okay, so we not going to discuss these two, but we concentrate mainly in this moral judgment. Okay, so this is what we need to concentrate. So this ethical behavior is based on this moral judgment. Okay, moral judgment. And here traditionally there was some thinking like all these three are interrelated. Like if something is factual, which is true, and if it is looking good, then people used to think that that is good, morally correct. Okay, but see, there is no relation. That is a very absurd relation. ABSURD, absurd relation. So later on they realized that these are not interrelated, but the ethical behavior of a person can be decided only based on the moral judgment. Okay, so how to do this ethical scrutiny based on the moral judgment? So how to do? Otherwise I will write ethical scrutiny. Scrutiny means examination. Okay, how to do this ethical scrutiny or moral based on the moral judgment? So to do this we need to check the three components. Okay, the first one is the free will. These are important. First one is the free will, and second one is the knowledge, and the third one is a voluntary action. So if someone is doing some work, or if someone is if you want to judge anyone's action, Okay, then you need to identify these three components. You need to identify these three components, and based on these three components you can decide whether the particular action is morally correct or wrong. Okay, so we will take one by one and we'll explain that now.